Good morning. Hi, it's Shara from Shara Made Crochet, back for another video. Today's video I wanted to do a little slightly later than 1 week update on my little bucket challenge that I've got going on here. I realized that last week I didn't show you what was in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'll show you what I've got done. So I just got some black yarn. Looks like Peyton's Superwash Decay. This is Hobby Lobby chunky yarn that I think is discontinued now. Airplane. I've got this, which is a loops and threads. I think it's Barcelona. I think the colorway is called Mocha. I had a lot of this yarn. So I even found one more big skein of yarn. So I have that. This is Red Heart with Love in the colorway Peacock. I love this yarn. This is a Hobby Lobby yarn that has since been discontinued. And I've always loved the look of this yarn, but it was always super pricey. And I got this before they started doing the 30% off regular price, like 30% off sale for their yarn every other week. So this was always a little bit more than I could bring myself to purchase. So I always bought like one and then didn't know what to do with it. So I feel like this is a big twist yarn. It's not the same. It looks the same, but it's not the same yarn. This one is just a tad bit thicker. And let's see. Yeah, it looks basically the same, but it's not. Got some more black. Red Heart Super Saver and the yellowest yellow I've ever seen. I think it's called Bright Yellow. This is Ice Yarns. I think it's Magic Glitz. A Hobby Lobby yarn. I think it's called Dazzling. And it comes in different shades of pink and brown and gray. More of that Hobby Lobby yarn. I know this is a Hobby Lobby yarn, but I actually don't remember the yarn, what the yarn is called. So I have that. I have a little bit of white in here. This is some of the Loops and Threads Madrid yarn that I got a few years ago. I know I have like another ball or two of this yarn somewhere. I thought I had used it all in a blanket for a friend, and I did not. I found one more. That was fun. This is a Hobby Lobby Chloe yarn, I think is what it's called. Or maybe that's one of the colorways is called Chloe. Anyways, it's a wool tencel blend or wool rayon blend, something along those lines. It's very pretty. And it is roving style, and it's almost like a fingering weight yarn, I want to say. This is the last little bits of some cake yarn that I had. Made a shawl for a friend and got quite a few left over. This is a fingering weight cotton acrylic blend, and it comes plied. Let's see if I can. So yeah, there's the strings. This is a 4-ply. And what it does is, I think the way that this one is going is it looks like it's fading out the lighter color and going into the darker colors. And they do it by doing one strand at a time. This is this is by a company called Voltrum or Voltrum. I don't know. It's based, I think it's based off of Switzerland. I could be wrong, but so it's not an English language, which means that it's almost guaranteed that I don't know how to pronounce it, so I apologize if I didn't do that right. But anyways, that is in one of them. And then last two are this dark gray, like tawny gray, I guess you can say. And I have this taupe, and these are both Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I don't know what colors these are called. So yeah, that's what I've got in my bucket. I don't think it'll be too hard to use them all up. It's already halfway full, or halfway gone. I'll show you what I've done with the other little bits that I've had in here. Alright, so that was what was in my bucket. Alright, so most of these remnants I'm going to be using, I'm going to be making for Warm Up America the 7x9 inch sections. I tend to use whatever hook I can comfortably use the largest of. So even if it calls for, like, say a 5mm crochet hook, if I can get away with using a 6mm crochet hook, I will, because it allows me to work up the project faster. It's a good quick project that I can do, and it doesn't require any brain power, and sometimes I just need projects like that. So yeah, let me show you. So this is some blue and yellow. This and this were also in there, but this is like the last little bits of what I've been working on with these two colors. So there's that. And that. Oh, so anyways, what the point I was trying to get across is sometimes I'm using a 6mm crochet hook and sometimes I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. It just really depends on how the yarn feels, or like the weight of the yarn in my hands. So far these are all done with a 6mm crochet hook, and obviously I do need to weave in all the ends, but I'm not done. I'm not nearly done making all these projects, so here is one of that Hobby Lobby pink yarn that I really liked, but I didn't know what to do with. And then some Peyton's Grace yarn. Alright, so there's that. And then one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and like do some stash busting projects like these is because I was digging through my stash and I found a whole bunch of yarns that I actually, well, to me, I don't like. My knitting machine doesn't seem to like either. And I kind of didn't know what to do with, so I thought, oh, I'll just make a blanket. And the colors that I found were in primary colors, so like candy apple red, royal blue, and that super duper bright yellow. Like this and this were in there in abundance, because when I bought them, I was fairly new to crochet and my yarn budget was a lot smaller. So I did buy Red Heart Super Saver, and long story short, they sat in my stash for several years and I would like to get rid of them. So I'm making blankets from all of them, or from the colors from them. But here is the yellow one. And what I decided to do was make it, I believe, 5 inches wide. And then I decided to do 105 rows so that they all match. And I believe I'm going to do a border in white or maybe in gray. It depends on how bright I'm feeling. Because colors like these kind of hurt my eyes because of how bright they are. So there's the yellow one. And then I did the blue one. This one is a little bit darker than what is shown on the camera. It's a little bit more, it's still royal blue. It's just a darker shade of royal blue, I guess you can say. It's not quite navy. And this is what I'm going to use for my indigo. And then this is the worst feeling one of them all. And this is also Red Heart Super Saver. And wow, that camera is blowing it out. There we go. There we go. And then of course I ran out of red. And I'm not going to the store to get more of this red. The whole point was to get rid of the color that I had. And I only want to do this once, so. And you can kind of sort of see there's a little bit of a change in the yarn that I used. In fact, it's sparkle yarn. This is Big Twist in their Christmas yarns that they had out last year. Oh, I think it's called Twinkle or something like that. It's super pretty. I'm really glad that on camera it doesn't seem to be, well, kind of more obvious now, but it didn't seem to be quite as obvious at first. And honestly, it was the closest thing to this red that I had, and I think it'll be fine. So yeah, that is, oh, excuse me. That is what I have been crocheting from that crochet bucket. Hopefully I'll have more in the next week or so to show you. Maybe do a little bucket update, like on how full it is this time around. Anyways, I'm going to start rambling soon because I have nothing else to show you. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Be safe, and until next time, bye.